All right, looks like we're recording here. Just getting a few things set up here before we get started. Got all the lights working. Just got a new office set up, so I'm trying to make sure everything's good to go here and make sure everyone can hear me well, see everything good, everything's lit fine. Getting a few things out that we're gonna need. While I'm getting this ready, if you're here, let me know down in the comments if you've ever lost everything on your computer because of it malfunctioning or you doing something stupid that you didn't realize, like deleting the wrong files, which I've done both of those now. But I'd be interested to know, and how bad was it? And if you can hear me fine, give me a thumbs up or let me know down in the comments. Just throw a thumbs up in there. Let's see. Trying to set up my computer to monitor this at the same time so that I can, well, not my computer, but my wife's. All right. All right, cool. Sounds good. Okay, got a few people here. We'll go ahead and get started with a little story here. So, a few days ago, three, four, it was Friday now. I was, just everyone, hey, whoever's here, throw down in the comments where you're from as well. I'd be interested to hear everything. But so back on Friday, I released my last video on the match cuts where I filmed with the kids and we were trying to mimic some match cuts from different movies to try to practice getting those done and show people how to do them and some techniques for filming and for uh, getting all the comments popping up at the same time and try to focus on what I'm saying. But we got Florida, California, Colombia, awesome. But yeah, so put that video out first thing in the morning. I was spent a couple hours doing some social media sharing and everything, trying to do all that YouTube optimization stuff for the algorithms. And then I left downstairs, went to exercise, do some things around the house, and came back upstairs to my computer, and it wasn't on. I was thinking that's kind of weird because I usually have stuff running in the background. So I went over to it, just hit the buttons, tried to wake it back up, and nothing happened. So I was thinking, okay. Hit the power button, nothing. Held the power button down for a while, started getting a little worried. So, and keep in mind, I just got this computer 4 weeks ago. So took the computer off. I've had some times where my charger, I have a bunch of things plugged into the same place, so it may not be powering it too well. So I took it off, put it on a different charger downstairs, straight on the wall by itself, left it there for about 20 minutes, started trying to do stuff again, computer wouldn't respond. So then I got my phone out, spent the next hour Googling all different keystrokes and things to do to try to make it work, and nothing still. So then finally turned to Apple, called them. It's a MacBook Pro I'm using, and was on the phone for another 45 minutes and still nothing. They pretty much gave me all the same tips that I already looked up online. Nothing was working. So they said basically you'll just have to go to a local store to, see if they can diagnose something better. Well, all the Apple stores close to me are closed right now, obviously, with everyone being shut down, but there was a Mac store. It's not actual Apple, but they fix Apple computers. So I set up an appointment with them, went on Saturday. Same thing, they messed with the computer for about 10 minutes and said, yeah, you're just gonna have to send this back in and they're gonna send you a new one, which thankfully is good because this computer is pretty expensive. After the A7S III announcement came out with all the specs on the camera and all of the high bit rates, all the huge files it's gonna have, I decided to go with a more expensive computer because I was looking at getting one, and what I got was the 16-inch MacBook Pro with the 8-core processor, and I got the upgraded processor, upgraded RAM, upgraded graphics card, since all that was going to be, working with that footage from that new camera. It's going to take a bigger toll on the computer, and I upgraded to a 2 terabyte solid state drive. and all that together ended up being like $4,700 after taxes. So after 4 weeks of having this computer with it just dying all of a sudden, I was happy on the one hand that they're going to send me a new one, but then my second thought was, how much stuff did I actually lose? So I did the paperwork with them. I only have to pay $15 for them to ship it to my house instead of the store. So that's good. I'm glad I'm getting a new computer because that would have been a real pain because I've never paid for the Apple Care, but I found out that they have a limited warranty for all hardware issues on their computers for the first year. So if you do get one, you should be covered for a year, not on spillage or things that you cause, but just on hardware. But so I got home and started going through all my different hard drives. I got hard drives all over the place. I got this 8 terabyte. I think this one's 4 terabytes. I got these 2 terabyte solid state drive, another 1 terabyte. Started pouring through all those, trying to see, okay, what all do I still have? And all my YouTube stuff, I've got a huge one back here on my desk that I made a video on for storing your footage long term, and all my YouTube videos and project files are on that, most of them. So that was good. However, I lost about a month worth of work. Pretty much everything. Yeah, this room is it's a closet actually, and we moved my stuff in here last week because it works better. But keeps the kids out because I got a little door here that I can shut them out and lock the door and try to focus on work with some headphones. But so yeah, I went through everything and realized pretty much all the work I've done on this new computer over the last month is what I've lost. And I have about 4 YouTube projects I did with the actual Final Cut project files on there that I lost, and which isn't a big deal because thankfully I posted that video 2 hours before my computer crashed, and all the stuff that we recorded with the kids for that would have been gone because I formatted the cards after we filmed it because my wife had a photo shoot that night and we were sharing the same camera. So thankfully all the videos that I had already done have been posted. That's good. However, my last trip I did, I was gone for yeah, it is his name, Connor. That is his name. But so on my last trip, I was gone from home for almost 2 weeks. I was stuck in hotel rooms everywhere, so I spent, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 hours watching movies. And over the last 6 months, I've been taking notes on different things I noticed in movies, like for the match cut video, but for all kinds of other things, for blocking conversations, lighting, things that I thought stood out, like, oh, that'd be a good example to put in a video. So I was keeping track on my phone over the last 6 months of all these things. And since I was stuck in hotel rooms, I finally started to decide to go through Netflix movies and find the places that I had written down on my phone and taken screen recordings of that stuff. And then I would put that over on in different files for videos I plan on doing. I think I had like 7 videos worth of movie clips, and it was hours and hours and hours of work. And all that's gone, unfortunately. The bad part about that is, as I was going through my phone and recording those clips, I would delete each one as I got it done. So now I still have all the videos on my phone, titles I was planning, but all the clips that I was using for examples are all not in there anymore, so I don't remember what all I was recording. So that kind of stinks. I've been going through the last few days and trying to remember, okay, which ones did I use for that? And the other thing that stinks about it is, if you've ever traveled abroad, you find out that Netflix has, yeah, thanks. You find out that Netflix has different databases around the world. So, certain movies you can see in the US, other ones in Europe, others in Asia. So as I was in these different places around the world on my last trip, I was able to access all these videos and I got just about everything I needed. So now it's going to take a while to go through and see those again to start working on them. But it's not too big a deal. It's going to take a lot of work. The other thing that I lost was that I've been working on a course, beginner's filmmaking course I was going to put out for all my Facebook group users to try out first off, and then start offering that out to people. And been working on it for a couple months. Haven't done any recording for it yet, but almost all my lesson plans were done, and I just never threw that onto my computers. So that's gone as well. So those are the 2 big things I lost. It kind of stinks, but like I said, let me know down in the comments what's the biggest thing you've ever lost. I mean, had it been, had I shot a wedding or something like that, and hadn't backed it up, which I always put that on like 3 different places, so it wouldn't have been an issue. But if it was something like that, I would have been devastated because that's something you obviously cannot fix. But you might be thinking, dude, you put out all these videos on external hard drives for video editing and for backing up your footage. Like, how did this happen that you lost so much stuff? Well, when I was on that last trip that was a long time, I ordered the computer. I got home and I ended up at the end of that trip meeting my wife. I thought this was off. Oh well. I thought, or my wife brought the computer with her on the trip, and so I had just one of these external solid state drives. So I made a backup of my old computer and then restored the new computer from that backup. And then I erased the backup I made so that I could back up my wife's old computer and move hers to my old computer, and then we sold her old one. So that one delete that I did where I destroyed the backup that I did of all that work so that I could restore my wife's computer, I think I would have had enough space, but I just wasn't thinking about, hey, maybe you should keep this. And so then we got home, did all our last videos over the last couple of weeks, and I just kept thinking, oh, I've got so much space on this new hard drive. I still have a terabyte of free space. I'll back it up later. I'll back it up later. And yeah, don't get complacent because it might not work out. And I actually used to back up my stuff all the time with this Airport Extreme. I don't know if you ever heard of these. Apple doesn't sell them anymore, but it's a great product. They you just hook it up, set up on the Time Machine if you use Apple, and it automatically backs up your computer every, I think, hour or maybe 2 hours, depending on how you set it up. Anything new, it just backs it up, and once it gets full, it kicks out the old backups. So I used to have that running all the time until I started making all these YouTube videos with huge file sizes, and it would always get interrupted. So I would turn that off, the backup off, and once I offloaded all my YouTube videos on my long-term storage, then I'd back up my computer. And I just, with my new computer, I hadn't set it up yet, and thought I'd be fine because no one thinks a brand new $4,000 computer that's 3 weeks old is gonna just die on you. So that happens. But yeah, so I just want to really point out, make sure that you're backing up your stuff. And you can actually set up, which I'm going to use one of these solid state drives for, like this. I'm going to link all this stuff in the description for you guys, but this thing is awesome because it's over Wi-Fi, so you don't have to hook anything up and it'll just do it for you all the time. But I use these to actually hook up to the Time Machine program. I think that's what it's called on the MacBook, and it's a solid state drive, so it backed up really quick. And so I mean, you could set a reminder on your phone or whatever for every few days or once a week, once a month. Just set something up so that you're constantly backing up something to a dedicated area, so that if some unforeseen thing happens and you lose everything, guess what? Oh, it's here. So your new computer, you can set up from that. And I was pretty bummed for a couple days because oh yeah, I saw those. I didn't even know there was one of those Samsung the fingerprint readers. I want to actually get one of those and try it out soon. So those look pretty cool. I saw a few of you guys had talked about it on my solid state video. But my wife always reminds me, hey, look at the bright side of things. And I was pretty bummed the first couple days, obviously, because I'm just thinking, gosh, these are some of my favorite videos to make, using clips from movies, because I just love watching movies because I love making videos, and I think those are the ones that people enjoy as well. But you know, I just decided I don't have a computer to use right now anyway, so I'm just going to take the whole weekend off and not do any video stuff, not do any recordings, and enjoy time. And my wife and I went out on a date. We did some stuff with the kids, and we actually remodeled our room out here. We've been homeschooling our own kids, so we've got out here in the office where my computer and stuff used to be, where I film my videos. I just had my desk out there and everything was just kind of junky, but now I'm in a closet, and I kind of like it. You see, we built these shelves in here for stuff. I got some storage over here. I got all my electronics hooked up in place so that they stay there and I know where everything is. We're really organized. I'm really trying to make sure I stay organized with everything. Since I lost so much footage, I want to know where everything is at all times. So this is definitely helping me get in the right mindset. I can kind of come in here, shut the door, put some headphones on when I do get to my work, just get through it, because I don't know about you guys, but I tend to end up doing other stuff, get distracted, and be like, oh, I'll do that later. But now this is really helping me to hone in on that stuff. So big thing is don't be complacent like I am. I was thinking, oh, I got time, but you never know what's going to happen, obviously. So, uh, but from here, I'm just waiting on a call from the store. They said it should be a week turnaround for the new computer. So hopefully I should hear from them in a couple days. The thing was, when I got this computer, or the one that I sent back, it was about 2 weeks before it came in because the all the upgraded specs, they don't have them available. They had to build it, so I don't know how long it's actually going to take. But I'm thinking maybe later this week in the weekend, if y'all are interested, I could do like a live Q&A like this again, because I get a lot of the same questions a lot of times. If there's anything else you want to know about filmmaking, camera settings, memory cards, I get a ton on those, just stuff that we do or anything like that. I'll go through the comments on this if there's anything you want to know, and we can do that, and I'll go through some common questions that I get as well. And I still have a lot of scripts that I was working on for video, so I'm gonna be recording this week so that when I do hopefully get my computer back next week at the latest, I can start getting back to editing and putting those videos out again. And if you do, I saw some of you said you don't have social media, but if you do have Facebook, I got in the description of this as well, my Facebook group. It's growing pretty good. We're getting close to 200 people in that group, where it's basically just, it's a lot easier for me to write and answer questions on Facebook because there's not as many people there. I know the people there really want to be involved because they took the time to actually join the group. So it's, and if there's things that I don't not that I don't understand, but like for other programs like DaVinci or Adobe, stuff that I don't use as much because I use Apple and Final Cut Pro, there's other guys in that group that can help answer questions. And so it's real helpful. And we have places where we share videos each week so we can critique each other and try to learn the best we can. So feel free to join that, and I can help you out even better there than I can in YouTube, because I just get a lot of comments now on my channel, so it's hard to keep track of. I get alerted when people comment, but if someone comments on a video or replies to a comment that I reply to, it doesn't alert me, so I don't always get all the replies if people have more questions. So that's a place there. But just to I'm gonna scroll through here real quick some of these comments. That was the main stuff I wanted to cover. But yeah, that's awesome. Got people all around the world doing this. Yeah, with my son's video, I saw you were talking about his Lego channel. We did that before I started this channel a couple of years ago, and we haven't done it in a long time just because Legos can get expensive. But and especially with YouTube and how they changed all the rules with, if it's stuff that's aimed towards kids, you can't have comments, you can't monetize, you can't do any of that stuff. It's just kind of paying for stuff and you don't get any return for it. I mean, he loves it, he has fun, and I'd have to show you sometime how many Legos we have all over the place. You would not believe it. But yeah. But let me see if there's anything else in here that I missed. What do we have there? He said you'd spend a month on an important video. Oh, everything got deleted after your computer. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm always so freaked out when I'm getting ready to delete stuff off my computer. I make sure it's in at least one, usually two other places, so that I don't lose it. And then this happens. If I had just not hit that one delete when I was back at my wife's computer, it would be fine. But it happens. Who knows, maybe there's going to be some other awesome video examples I'm going to see, and since I can't put the video out yet, now I can add those, and it'll help explain things even better and help you understand even more. But let's see, you were asking, did your channel explode or did it gradually start increasing? I'll have to go through. I'll add that to my Q&A, because I have somewhere in here a paper that I kept track of when I started and when I hit 100 subscribers, when I hit 500, 1,000, and started building. So I can kind of compare those and answer those. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday would work best for people. But yeah, just anything you want to know. I'm about to sign out here. I gotta go take kids to gymnastics because some of the stuff is opening back up here. And we got 2 little girls who are really excited about that. But thank y'all for coming and watching. I hope it was helpful. Just remember, back up your footage, whether you're on Windows, Mac, whatever. If you want to use something like this, or I mean, this is really easy. These are couple $100, and they transfer really fast. You can back stuff up really cool or really quickly. But thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. Gosh, what is it I always say in the end of my videos now? It's easy when I'm standing in front of the camera and the lights and no one's there. Yeah, for anyone who's not in the Facebook group, linked in the description. All these things are in the description as well. The different types of hard drives I suggest for backing up your footage. Make sure you do that. And if this video is helpful, help me out. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. If I can figure out how to turn it off. Later.